Since you guys last saw this hive, we installed it beginning of April. First weekend of April is now May 17th. So it's been about 6 weeks since you guys saw this hive. So we're gonna open it up today, see what it looks like today. We had several weeks of very poor weather in between the installation and today. We added this second hive body, and we didn't have no video running, so you guys got to miss that. It wasn't too eventful though. You might notice that Jen has her pants tucked into her socks. She learned about bees crawling up inside of your pant legs, so you got to miss that. But want to get started?
Sure.
Let's see what it looks like in here. I'm gonna put my veil on, and Jen's gonna open this thing up. Now, if you guys remember, right, this is a 8-frame hive that we did a installation on. There's a feeder in here. We're probably gonna fill the feeder today because it hasn't been filled in about 6 weeks. It looks like it's gonna need filling. So Jen's just gonna make a little bit of space here. You gonna pull that? You want to pull the feeder out and
pull it out?
Yeah, you want to pull that out?
Sure.
I'll fill it up. Probably has some comb growing on the bottom of it. Pull it that way, you got comb on the side. So the bees have drawn out a little bit of comb on the bottom of it. I'll show you what that looks like. So we have a medium depth feeder, 6 1/4 inch feeder, in a much deeper box than that, so the bees will draw out a little bit of comb on there. We can leave it, let them use it, or we can take it off. So I'll just fill this up. You want to go about your inspection. Look for eggs, brood. Make sure you don't have any brood that's strange looking or possibly sick. And queen cups. Right now we are in prime swarm season around here, so you just want to make sure if we got any queen cups, they're not trying to swarm on us. That one looks like it's got a lot of drone in it.
Drone?
Yeah, you see how big the cells are? See how large these cells are?
Oh, but they're all filled with honey.
All full of nectar.
Mm-hmm. And pollen.
Yeah, make sure you use your tool to break them apart. I'm gonna set this off to the side and see if I can fill it up for you. Rest it up against that hive body.
Trying not to squish anybody.
Yeah, they get a little mad when they get squished out. You see, there's some brood up here. She came up and laid up here, probably right after we put it on, because it's capped.
There's all kinds of larvae, a lot of pollen. Ugh.
Seeing any eggs in there?
No, they all have all kinds of different sizes of
The
baby
larvae.
bees.
Yeah. Baby bees.
That's a better word. Little tiny ones all the way
Let me
through.
see that one there. Oh yeah, we've got eggs in here.
I've never seen them.
You don't see any? Over in this
They're
area.
too tiny. Oh, right there's one. Oh, okay. I do see them.
So, we know the queen was on here at least 4 days, within 4 days ago.
Should I even be looking for her? Or is it more important to look for them?
No, you don't even need to look for her. We saw eggs, so we know she at least was around. Set that one back in there. Let's pull this one out. We'll get the rest of them out and see how much space they have in there. So it looks like this one was just foundation. They're starting to work on it on this side. Are they working on that side?
Yeah, they're working on it. So before it's even like fully drawn out, they'll start putting stuff in?
Yep, they will. So let me take that one. I'll go show the camera here. So here's what it looks like when they first start drawing out the foundation. Bees have little wax plates on their belly, and they make a couple plates of wax and they ball it up and they stick it on there. And then on this side you can see that they've been putting pollen in the cells that they're drawing out. Alright, so let's get this top back together. We're going to want to take a look down in the bottom. Like I said, we want to make sure they're not making any queen cups. Package bees tend to like doing that from time to time.
That one just stung me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I just found it.
So that's pretty much my number one reason I don't like wearing gloves is I crush a lot more of them. I don't feel them underneath my fingers until they've been stung. So I'm going to pull this off for you, then we can take a look in the bottom one.
Should I smoke them to get them out of the way?
Yep.
Or?
So now we've got the top box off. Jen's just going to go through the bottom box here. Look quick for queen cups, maybe swarm cells. Set that one off to the side so you got room to work. And after we go through this box, we'll get it put back together and come back and have a look at it next week.
If it's not snowing.
If it's not snowing, yes. Seeing anything on that frame?
Nectar.
Just nectar? No brood?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say no brood on that one. Let's try the next one. That looks like they're drawing this side out. What do you got going on that side?
Not much, just Bunch of bilk comb. Nothing in them. Not much for right there. Whoa.
Yeah. Looks like storing a little bit of honey in here. Not very much, a little bit. Let's take a look at this one.
Whoa.
Yeah, that one's
Oh,
little drone brood on this side.
there's eggs here.
Yeah. Lots of capped larvae on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. I'm not seeing any. A couple eggs.
Mm-hmm.
She seems to be wandering all over the place and just laying one here and one there. Not keeping much of a pattern to her. See what's on the next one. Plenty of hatched brood on this one.
Mm-hmm. Just brood.
Just brood.
Brood and storage.
Eggs. Eggs. A little bit of larvae, quite a few eggs. There's the start of a queen cup. Make sure there's nothing in that one. And it's empty.
Where?
Right here.
Oh, that. Oh, okay.
Yep.
I wasn't sure if that was just where they were trying to attach.
Now, you see how it's facing downwards just a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
That's all it takes. So, while we're right here, I'm going to clean these end bars off. They made a mess out of them.
Could they not like her because she's not laying good?
No, they kind of work off of pheromones. So if there's lots of brood in here,
Okay.
so there's lots of pheromones. They don't know what pattern she's laying in or not.
Yeah.
All those little scraping noises get them excited. Let's try the next one. So you might have to take your hive tool like this, and lift it. Emerging brood on this one again. Same on your side. It's hatching. It's got spaces between it where some have hatched and others have not. So, here, right here, I'll show you what I see. So you look at this frame. See how you see a ring of brood, but nothing in the middle? So when she started laying in the middle of this and kind of laid her way out. The oldest stuff was on the outside, the youngest was in the middle. So all this hatched first, and now this is hatching. So she is definitely hiding on us today, huh? Set this one back in here. Pull this one up out real quick. What do you see over there? Just storage? That's what I kind of expected. Yep, just stores. So, it's highly unlikely that she'll be on this frame. Yeah, I don't see her. Alright, let's take and move all these over this way. Get your frame back in there. We'll get it closed up. Nope. I'll show you what we do here. So, because these all have these little ears on the end bars, that sets the bee space. So you just take and push them all over to where all those gaps close up.
It doesn't matter if
No, not really. You're seeing so much space because of these two permacomb frames. See how they don't have ears? If they did have ears, you would have quite a bit more room to work with. They might decide they want to build comb in here, but that's no big deal. So let's get some smoke on these guys, and I'll put that other hive body on there for you. There we go. Drop the feeder in. Oh yeah. I wonder what that comes from. So again, we'll take and push these over. Make a little bit of space. And smoke them. So we'll leave this propolis that we scraped off those end bars up here on the top, and they'll come along later and get it, use it for other things. All right, let's put the lid on. And that's it. We'll come back next week, see what it looks like.